Hi everyone, and welcome to the Radical series. Now, a lot of us would be getting frustrated, feeling helpless because of the demonstration of authority by someone in our space. So, today I'm going to tell you how you can address this situation. But before that, we need to understand somewhere that if this is happening in your outer environment, then somewhere either it is your projection, your manifestation, or your need to experience. So let me explain what I really mean by that. Now, somewhere, if you are experiencing someone's authority over you, there is one truth that you need to understand, and that is at some level, you have permitted or sanctioned that authority over yourself. And if you look deep, you will realize that maybe there is a deeper reason because of which you are complying to the authoritarian figure in your life. And that could be anybody. It could be your business partner, it could be someone at work, it could be anywhere. And you need to know what need or what weakness or what is that feeling of insecurity that is making you comply to the authoritarian figure. So, for a minute, think of that one person whom you feel is projecting that authority in your space. So, I'll give you a minute. And now ask yourself that what is it and why is it that you're complying to that authority figure? Okay. Second is what are you trying to avoid that is making you comply to the authority figure? Third is that what is it that you're getting in return by complying to the authority figure? So, somewhere at some level, maybe the return is what is making you comply to the authority figure. So you need to ask yourself that is the discomfort or this unease that you're going through really worth the return that you're getting? And is there any other way apart from complying so that you can get and receive all that you are actually wanting to receive? Or is there any alternative approach that you can actually take in order to bring about that equilibrium in that relationship? The truth is, guys, that the authority that people impose on you is directly proportional to the allowance you have given somewhere at some level. And that is why it's happening. So if some of you, while introspecting this, realize that that is somewhere actually true, then in those situations, can you actually take a stand and take a calculative risk and be careful and turn that around? And that's when maybe there is a possibility that even the other person behaves in a very different way. For example, sometimes people who are in business, they could have a business partner, and maybe what they are getting out of that business partner, maybe because of the insecurity, because of some return, right? Or because of some weakness, they somewhere are okay to comply with the authority of that partner. So, somewhere you have sanctioned, in this case, an authority over you because of certain reasons. So you need to see whether that is what you really want to continue doing. Now that is okay for some people, and some people might feel that they may be not able to understand why they're still complying, irrespective of what points I shared with you earlier. So another thing that we need to think and realize is that maybe we have sanctioned it at the soul level, this authority over us. We've given some people the authority over us so that we can go through certain experiences. And that is happening because of our need to grow through those experiences. So if you have decided that at the soul level, and you might not be aware of it at the conscious level, but then you can also see that maybe you're born into a family where from your very early childhood you have experienced certain individuals projecting their authority over you, right? And that has somewhere been a pattern with you. Now, as you grow big and you still feel that kind of authority people in your space, by trying to escape them, trying to avoid them, trying to run away or change them is not really the solution. And why is it not the solution? Because somewhere, if your soul has chosen to grow through that kind of experience, you'll avoid one person with authority, you will find another person who will start projecting their authority over you, because somewhere it is your need to go through that experience to grow. So, what is the shortcut method that I share in Redikall? That through the R5 technique, you can decode the reason, you can decode the purpose, and the brilliance. And once you have understood what was the brilliance or the learning or the gift behind that experience, and you imbibe it, you will not have those kind of issues in your outer space. So if any of you have that kind of people in your space who are trying to really project their authority over you, and you are somewhere still complying, the first thing you need to do is archive the emotions that you feel when you are with that person. What is it that you experience? Is it frustration? Is it helplessness? Is it anger? What is it? And we need to work with it to neutralize it. So you work with your intolerance of that authority figure, work with the resistance. That is the number one step. The second step is that maybe somewhere it's time to understand that that authority figure in your adult life is triggering something of your past. So maybe there was an authority figure, it could be your father, it could be someone elder in your family that was authoritative, and that experience has been unpleasant and unhealed. So you need to go back and need to recognize, acknowledge, and heal that part, which is triggering now in your adult life. Another way to work with this is that work with your guilt of being authoritarian in the past. So you need to somewhere with the R5 technique address the guilt and address the need to punish yourself. The other point is that somewhere, if these situations have helped you grow, you need to disassociate that with growth in life, because then each time you go through that experience, you find someone being authoritarian and then you rebel, and then there is unease, and because of that, you have been spiritually growing because you keep looking inward. You need to disassociate. Another step is to work with your beliefs and conditioning that have made you so submissive and so compliant. And somewhere that depends on how you've been brought up, and then we can work with those radical techniques with your beliefs about being submissive. A lot of us would have different beliefs regarding to that. So to make a list of all the beliefs and to then neutralize them. A very important aspect is also then to work with your fears and concerns of trying to comply to the authoritarian figure in spite of you not wanting to do so. So, what are your fears? What are your concerns? Make a list of them, and important to recognize that and archive them for you to be able to address it. And that's when somewhere you'll start making peace with the authority figure in your life, because the solution does not lie in running away, escaping, or changing that person. The solution lies in neutralizing, like how I've told you, and to somewhere also take authority over your responses toward that person. So before we do some R5 recitation for addressing this aspect of your life, there is one thing I want to leave you with, the thought that no one is the final authority in this universe. So irrespective of your position in the universal hierarchy, there is someone or the above always above you. Like for a businessman, their authority will be their customers. For a performer, people who come, their audience will be their authority. For a politician, their voters will be their authority. So there is always someone above. So what we need to understand is, because we are the author of our lives, if we can make peace and recognize all our discomfort with the authority figure, like how I've shared earlier, you can somewhere now then author a script of your chosen experiences after you've decoded the brilliance and imbibed it. And trust me, when you somewhere make peace with the authority and you align yourself in the hierarchy, you actually remain the beneficiary of so many things that maybe you are blocking when there is so much of stress and restlessness in your environment. So let us work towards becoming neutral, having authority over our responses, and aligning. So let us close our eyes and repeat the statements with me. I are 5 feeling helpless because of the authority figure. I are 5 feeling helpless because of the authority figure. I are 5 feeling helpless because of the authority figure. I are 5 feeling small because of the authority figure. I are 5 feeling small because of the authority figure. I are 5 feeling small because of the authority figure. I are 5 the authoritative figure. I are 5 the authoritative figure. I are 5 the authoritative figure. I are 5 the difficulty with others' authority over me. I are 5 the difficulty of authority of others over me. I are 5 the difficulty with others' authority over me. I are 5 the difficulty with others' authority over me. I are 5 my need to rebel against authority. I are 5 my need to rebel against authority. I archive my need to rebel against authority. I archive my guilt of being authoritarian in the past. I archive my guilt of being authoritarian in the past. I archive my guilt of being authoritarian in the past. I archive my association of growth with this authority. I archive my association of growth with the authority. I archive my beliefs about being submissive. I archive my beliefs about being submissive. I archive my beliefs about being submissive. I archive my fears of complying with authority. I archive my fears of complying with authority. I archive my fears of complying with authority. So the affirmation is, I recognize my authority of sanctioning others' authority over me. I recognize my authority of sanctioning others' authority over me. I recognize my authority of allowing others' authority over me.